Hey guys, Evan with Wild Faith. I want to bring you some quick tips today. Today we're going to talk about diaphragm calls. We're going to talk about slate calls. Super simple. As you can see, it is almost springtime here in Minnesota. It is balmy and about -15 outside today, so I'm going to do my best to be quick. But I want to talk about my two favorite calls. I love running a mouth call in the spring, and I love running a slate call alongside with it. Doesn't matter if it's ceramic or if it's glass or if it's slate. I like being able to have two combo calls at once. What I have right here is I have a double batwing cut. Well, I think it is. This is a Woodhaven call. I think this is part of their Ninja series. It's a great call. It's really soft. Early morning, I can do those really quiet yelps, and then I can match that same thing with the slate. And then if I want to get really aggressive, I can kind of ramp up my yelping and my cutting, and I can do the same thing with the slate call and kind of sound like I'm these two turkeys. But I want to go through the basic mechanics of both these calls since this is kind of a beginner's video. So first things first, I look at this mouth call. It might be really intimidating to a lot of people, but once you learn how to run it and drive it, I would say it's something that I couldn't go in the turkey woods without. But this call right here, so you're gonna go ahead, most turkey calls have a tab that's on the back of the call that's always gonna face down, and you always wanna have your cuts on those reeds facing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on top of my mouth. You're gonna feel a little pressure, and your goal is to get that roll off in your tongue and yeah, or ha, however you wanna go through it. So it should sound like this. It almost sounds kind of like an elk cow mewing, you know, but you want to kind of go through and get that sound, and then that's going to allow you to put some speed and some tempo and some life into that, and that's when you're going to get that turkey call. And that's just kind of your basic yuck, kind of your yelps. If you got drive time, it's the best time to do it. We'll do a more in-depth tutorial on how to do calls, but if you got drive time, highly recommend sacrifice listening to music, listen to turkey calls, practice your mouth calls. And next, you're gonna try to hold a 45-degree angle, and you're gonna go through and make a C. And that's gonna allow you to kind of produce that yelping mechanics, same as your mouth call. And now if you add some speed to it, you're gonna get a yelp. If you go slow with it, you're gonna get a purr. So here's your purr. Now if I go fast, I can get that yelp out of it. I like to be able to go back and forth with these calls when I'm in the turkey woods. I like to try to sound like I'm more turkeys than I am depending on the situation. So I could go through and do this. It's not my best calling sequence ever, but it is also 15 below outside, so I'm doing my best. But I like to sequence these calls back and forth, and sometimes I'll throw in a box call and a mouth call. It's just kind of depending on what the day and what the pressure and what the birds are like that day. But I just wanted to do a short video so you guys can see it. Two calls I love to run. Love to run a mouth call, love to run a slate call. Get yourself ready for spring. Turkey season's only a month away. If you got drive time, practice your mouth calls. Try to lock yourself in a door so you're not knowing your wife or your spouse or your siblings or whatever it might be, but get practicing. It's time. Good luck this spring in the turkey woods.